Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Beth. If you've never been here before, welcome. I am not in the normal place. I am upstairs in our living room and I have stuff everywhere. I bought some things off of Temu and it's got me going down a whole different rabbit hole here, and I know it's been a while since I've done a video, and it's because I've been sorting and cleaning and going through things. I am still sorting and cleaning and going through things, but it needs to be done. And I was setting up here going through my stamps, and there's a bunch of them, and I thought, why not just put the little tripod thing right there and put the camera and bring you along with me. So that's what I'm doing. It's not going to be any kind of crafting tonight. Well, I say that. Now, you know me, I'm spontaneous, so I decided to jump up from here and go over there and do something. I don't plan on doing any kind of crafting tonight. I really want to get through my stamps, but I'm going to show you, I bought these off of Temu, little canvas bags with a little zipper. These cost me $1/4 a piece. That's what they cost me on Temu. I have 40 of these. This is the first one I did. And I know it's backwards, and I'm so sorry, but it says you don't have to be perfect on the front. And this right here, I colored this in with wax pencils. And the reason why I use wax pencils is because when I applied heat to set them, this is washable. It's just, but I was able to color it in, and I love this right here. But on the back, I put, just be real. Now these are iron-on. These are from Temu too. And I'm doing these to put in the booth to sell. Now on this little zipper thing, I am going to put a little strand of beads and probably a little flower, bigger bead to go with it to help with the pulley on there. Just to add just a little bit more to it. And I have a lot of these iron-ons that I bought from Temu 2 years ago when I first started buying. And I thought, these are cute, they're fun, they're quick, they're easy, but you can be real creative with these. Don't ever think just because it's an iron-on that you can't be creative with it. You can add to it, you can color it in, you can place it differently, you can take the words. I could have put you don't. I could have just taken you don't, left it there, and then flipped it around and put have to be perfect, just be real. There's a lot of things you can do with iron-on transfers. So that's the first one I did. And then I had ordered these, and they hadn't come in yet. The bigger totes. Now these cost me 97 cents a piece. And I had this iron-on transfer, and these are flexible. These are not the cheapy ones like you get on your t-shirts now. I don't know if you can see this, but yeah, these are, yes, I'm putting wrinkles in the canvas. And then I also have this one from 2 years ago, and that's the scriptures, and I put on the back of the tote. And I thought, oh, how cute. But didn't have a lot of color. This was just putting the iron-ons on. And so, they're going to see you. It's just the way the camera is, sorry.
Oh, it's okay, sorry.
And then it was like, well, there's not really color in it. So, I found another iron-on transfer, but I also found What'd I do with it? Those right there. That's by Let's Resin. And they're fabric paint set. Let's Resin has fabric paint. Did y'all know that? They don't really advertise it a whole lot. So, I thought, oh, let me try this. I've had it for quite a while. Comes with an instruction book. Comes with a palette knife. I don't know why. And then it comes with 8 different colors. And it came with a sponge, which is over there where I washed it out. And the colors are white, yellow, green, brown, cyan, orange, blue, purple, red, and black. Now, I wanted some color. And I was just playing around with it. So before I put the iron-on transfer on, I did that to this side of the bag. Now this is not a color. This is, I put a little bit of the cyan. Am I saying that right? C-Y-A-N, cyan, right? Anyway, I put that and the regular blue, mixed it together to get that color blue. Now you see, I wanted to look like the wings were, like they were moving and that they were shadowing. And I love the way that turned out. It's very subtle, but very intentional. And then I took this iron-on transfer, and I did get the color from the wing. That's the color I was trying to get, and I got so close to it. And this is an iron-on transfer I got from Temu a long time ago too. And then I thought, I don't want both sides to look the same. So I took the same color, watered it down, almost like it's almost all water with just a little bit of the color, like when you're cleaning out your brush. And then I splattered. Now I put some around here. You can tell it's lighter. It's more like a watercolor effect. And I splattered paint, but then that was another little transfer, and it says God is good all the time, or the little flowers. So I put that on the back. And it looks totally different. Let me close this up. It has a totally different effect. See? Same bag, but total different look. And I love the fact that that same color, it's just, that's been watered down a whole lot. And on the inside, I'll let you see what the inside looks like. That's what the inside looks like. And I had so much fun doing that, but I started thinking about all these stamps that I had. Let me put this back. And how they're just sitting here, not being used. And I thought, oh, this would be so much fun to do stamping on these with ink. And then taking the fabric paint and coloring. Or you could paint a background and then stamp, and then color in the stamp. There's so many things you can do. And so Ashley went down there and helped me pull all my stamps. I'm still missing a box of them. But that doesn't mean I don't. I have bukus of stamps here. And I started sorting through them. I will show you the ones that I've got already very quickly, because this can turn into a very long video if I don't do this quickly. So I'm going to just show you. I'm sorting them from nature, like flowers, trees, anything nature. So that's one. That's one. That's a tree. You can see it better. That's trees and a moon, I think. More flower power, which would be really cute. That would be real cute. I may leave that one out. No, just put it back. Also this one, feathers and leaves. There's several of them in this little thing. And that one. And then mountains and scenery. That's another one that would be real cute. And here's one with mountain and like field of flowers and bears and moose and deer and all sorts of stuff. There's another stamp. These are all clear stamps. A sort of Asian theme. Here's another landscape. That's really pretty, actually. There's another one, flowers and different borders. Now that's a Stamperia stamp, and that I think is like, I'm not quite sure what that is. That would be a background though. That would be really cool to use also, because you could double ink that and put it all the way across the bag. A sunflower with a bee. Roses, I think. More flowers. Can you see them better that way? Mountains and houses. Oh, I dropped one. I felt it fall. Little bitty tiny thing. More mountains. Flowers. And then a big one with a bunch of trees and stuff. Okay. And then these are bugs, insect, and animals. There's that one. Some of these I got at a thrift store. Some of these I bought on Temu. Some of them I got at Michael's and Hobby Lobby. Some of them, they came from all over. That one is a really pretty one right there. And they're all shapes and sizes. That one's missing something. Let me put that over there. Ocean. Owls. I love owls. That is an owl, and I don't know if you can tell, but yeah, I would love to try that on there with maybe a, I don't know, do a tree, hand paint a tree on there, and then put the owl. Ooh. See, I'm coming up with all these ideas, y'all. Let me set that over there. Then we have that one, bees. I'm missing some. I'm going to set these over here because the ones that's missing some, I'm going to set over here. These are bunnies. I have a lot of cat ones. It's because my daughter actually loves cats. That would be cute to line up a bunch of these different cats and do them on the bag. Here's some more cats. More cats. More cats. And these are birds. Those are cute, actually. More cats. Birds. Birds. These are cranes or herring? I don't know. Cranes, right? Yeah. And birds. Raccoon. That would be cute too. And turtles. Okay. And then I have these that I found. That's Alice in Wonderland. It's the cat. Mad Hatter. And then Alice. I know I have more of those. And then Bible verses, which I really like. And then I've got quite a bit of alphabet stamps in different styles. That's a fancy one. And then these are missing bits and pieces. I don't know why I've got eyeball ones. Don't ask me why. I don't have a clue. And then I have these. I don't know what category to put them in. This is fairies. This right here I think would be lovely on one. That's angel with angel wings. Look at that. Let me put that over there by this one. And then this one, I don't know. It's like women's faces. There's several of them in there. I'm not sure what to do with those. And then this is more fairies. And this is just a texture. And these are like books and feathers. See, this is just miscellaneous. This came from the Dollar Tree right there. That's an autumn ball. It's a steampunk. These are corners and borders. That's music. This is just different textural stamps, brick, and these are more borders. And that's more borders. Books. Wizard. These would be great for bookmarks. Angels. That's a Dollar Tree right there. Fishing. Yeah, all that is fishing. Another Dollar Tree. This is the Dollar Tree too, right there. I remember it even though it's not in the package. Dragons. Underwater bubbles and coral. A row of houses. A little label. I think these are butterflies. All of those are butterflies, which would be cool. This is, I'm not quite sure, a fairy and houses and stuff. This is ocean stuff, like a starfish and a fish, and I don't know what all is in there. And this is some, I don't know, there's just so much. I have duplicates here. A bookshelf filled with stuff. Houses. This is like texture. It's not really anything. That is more like, oh, no, it's a seahorse with bubbles. And jars with different designs on them. Okay. That's what I've gotten so far. Now I have a stack over here that don't have all their pieces on there. So let's just keep going. More letters. See, these have gotten all messed up. Okay, they're on there. Okay. This is more letters and sayings. Alphabet. Alphabet. That's flowers. That's flowers. This is like wizardry books and stuff like that, I think. Yeah, because there's a wand and crystals and stuff like that. Not my thing, really. Oh, there's the rabbit to Alice in Wonderland. Some of these are missing. That's missing the tree. That was the... Oh, and that goes to the key thing that's missing. Yeah, I'm going to just lay those there and have to go through all those. That is more flowers. I don't know what this one is. I don't think this is flowers. No, that's bubbles. So we're going to put the flowers over there. That's an embossing. But that's pretty. That's an embossing. You did know that you could do this without having to have one of those machines, right? If you have any of these embossing plates, you could still emboss paper without having the machine, right? You knew that. Should we do this so you can remind me, and I'll show you how you can do that. Okay. That's just miscellaneous stuff that came from the Dollar Tree too. Flowers. I am separating these actually in piles. These are birds. But if they're missing some, I'm putting them over here so I can sort of sort through them. Christmas tree embossing card. I don't know why these are in here. Oh, that's pretty. These are different. Like, oh, what do I want to say? Like, oh, poot, I can't think of it. That's fox. That's got missing mushrooms on it, so we will put that. I think that's Alice in Wonderland though, because it's got illusions with mushrooms and little caterpillars and stuff. I don't know. I think that's ocean, but I can't figure out what that is. A seahorse with a face? A mermaid. That's a mermaid. Okay. I don't know. These are bottles. This is just different texture. Flowers. Feathers. Musical. Again, musical. These are pretty. Flowers. What do you call those? Poo-poo. You know, the dandelions. Yeah, you blow them and you make a wish. Did y'all do that as kids? More fairies. Wood texture. That would be cool on one of those blocks. Do it on one of those wood blocks. Make wood texture. And then paint it in to make it look like wood like this. And then put something on it. That would be cool. That is texture. So let's put that over there. Oh, I don't know what these are. They were in there. That's not a stamp. More fairy stuff. Another one of those, but a different design. Oh, it's all falling and it's pushing the tripod. It's going. More borders. Goodness. Okay, this has got a dog in it. And what is that? And then it's got, I think, bridal, because it's got congratulations and stuff on it. So I think it's different. And then flowers. Oh, so many of these. That's mountains and floral, I think. Okay. Fairies, houses, ocean. Dog, cat, butterflies, I don't know. Happy Valentine's stuff. Hearts. Oh, it's got a peace sign in there too. More flowers. letters. And numbers. And then I also, let's finish these first. This is Christmas trees, I think. Yep. It's a Christmas tree stamp. Oh, all this is holiday. Yeah, this is all holiday, so I'm not gonna pull. It's all Christmas stuff. Oh yeah, all this is Christmas stuff. At least I got the Christmas stuff divided. That's a whole bag of Christmas stuff. Right there. So we'll keep. And that's Christmas too. So we'll stick that in there. Okay. And I have a baggie. I have baggies. I get my baggies at the Dollar Tree. And what I'm going to do is I am going to stick all the nature ones together. No, I'm not going to. I've got a little thing that I'm putting it in over there. Okay. And then on my lettering, I'm putting together okay. That's all the lettering. This way it keeps it somewhat. And then all the animals and the bugs and the birds. That's all going. Together. Okay. And then all the strange ones. That shouldn't be in there. That's a border. These are mostly fairies, but I'm going to pull out the musical ones and the textural ones. with the floral. There's a bunch of these ones, but I'm not quite sure what category to put them in. Most of these have never even been opened. Making sure that I don't have such texture. Okay. That's music. That's texture. And that's Alice in Wonderland with the angel. Although I think I'm going to try the angel. So. We have taken a whole drawer and organized. This was out of 4 different areas downstairs. 4 different areas, y'all. We're not done. These need to be looked through and sorted. Oh, I really wanted to try that butterfly, I think. And then, where's the butterfly? See, I think that would be gorgeous. Or one of those. So, all this is going to go in a baggie. We're cleaning off my coffee table. I don't want to throw these loose stamps down in this bag though, so I've got this little thing right here. And so when I come to loose stamps, I'm going to just put the loose stamps in this. see some loose stamps down in this bag. There's another one. Okay, that way you can seal them up and they won't get lost. That's a die cut. That came in with the stamp, but I didn't need it. Okay. They all fit in that one thing. Oh, that is such a nice thing to see. I kept a couple out just to have out because I know I want to do some with it. Okay. We actually have all the space. It was covered. Okay. But we have another one. My put the stamps on. All different sizes. Got that at the thrift store. Okay, and I think these are probably holiday. Yeah, they are. So many. And I don't know if we're going to go through every one of these because this thing is full. Oh, it's a teepee. Oh, that's cute. Oh, that is cute right there. Sun. Oh, that's a pretty one. Bird. Candy cane and poinsettias. Got a bunch of little ones that say peace on earth and joy and little Christmas trees. I'm not gonna pick up all these. Oh, pocket watch. And then we have these. It's got like Merry Christmas and then the little wreaths and stuff like that. Just a whole bunch of smaller. And Santa Claus, ho ho ho, and this is a really pretty one right here, and it's got its own little now that I could put on one of those. I'm going to keep that up, and it comes in its own little. It's a Stamping Up, but I bought it at the thrift store for $3.99. That I need to keep out so I know where it is. Okay, and then we also have these. And the whole thing was $3. Butterfly. Mason jars of flowers. These are all little bitty ones. A leaf. A flower. a rooster with a basket of eggs. There is a calmness to a life lived in gratitude, a quiet joy. Ralph H. Blum. Stamp. This one says, beauty is God's handwriting. Ralph Waldo Emerson. And then a chick with a cracked egg. And this is not all my stamps. I've got a bunch of them in cases somewhere, which is okay. It's not like I need any more of them. I have more than enough. I have my shoes down here. Trash. You see my shoes? I love these shoes. I have a pair on. I have this pair. I have a pink pair. I have two white pair, and I got Ashley a pair. And they're very, very, very thin. They're wide at the toe. Name brand. Now, I ordered these off of Amazon. I've gotten my very first pair I got off of Temu. These were on Amazon under Hike. These are not Hike. This is an off brand. There is no difference. I've seen the ones in the shoe stores, and I have compared. There is absolutely no difference. So everything is identical. The only thing is the price is not. I paid $17 for these, for every pair that I got. The name brand ones are $79 to $89 a pair. And, I mean, that's how flexible they are. They actually even have holes in the bottom. 3 holes there. And if you look through the light, I don't know if you can see, but my feet have never gotten wet. There's a sole that comes out, and you can see through it. I don't know if you're gonna be able to tell. Here, I don't know why I'm showing you my shoe, but I had to pick them up, so I figured, oh, I'll show them. See, that's my phone light coming through. That your feet don't sweat in these. Now, Ashley wears socks with hers. I don't wear socks with mine. Sometimes during the winter, if it's really, really cold, I will. But even then, I won't. It's the most natural. It's like going barefooted, but you have a sole on the bottom. But your feet are able to move the way that they were meant to move. No, I can't get my... Oh, I'm trying to put it in the wrong one. No wonder. And I have expensive shoes. I have a brand new pair of Skechers. I paid $79 for. I'll never do it again. I can put those on, and when I put them on, for the very first moment, they feel like, ooh, walking on a cloud, because they're about that thick. The soles are about that thick, and it's like, whoa. But then, it's like, for some reason, my back starts hurting. in a couple of days. And my legs really ache. And it's like, okay, what's the deal? The thing is with these shoes, you have muscles in your feet and your toes. And in these shoes, you use those muscles in your feet and your toes. They grip, they conform, they do what God made your foot to do. It moves along with the, and your feet can feel that, and they do the job they're supposed to do. When you, well, this turned into a shoe thing, but anyway, when you, and I'm sure there'll be a lot of people out there that will disagree with me, and that's okay. I'm just telling you what's worked for me. And what a lot of doctors have found out. But anyway, when you have a shoe that has that much, your foot's not on the ground. You're not as balanced. You don't have as much control over your feet or your balance. Your muscles in your feet don't have to work because there's nothing for them to do because they're sitting on a cloud padding. So therefore, you lose that muscle in your toes and your feet. And that's a proven thing. That's not me. I'm not a scientist. There's no way I could come up with that. I've researched this because I know how I feel wearing one and wearing the other. And I always go back to these. Always. I've been wearing these now for, I don't know, 3 years. And I'll think, oh, maybe I should wear, and I'll wear the good pair of Skechers, or I've got another pair in there too. What are they? They still look brand new because I'll only wear them for a few days, and I'll think, nope. And I always go back to these. And I just bought me this pair and a pink pair, and I just recently bought me a white pair. So, and then I bought Ashley a pair, and she likes hers too. Oh, okay. I had to pick them up, and that's the reason why I started talking about this. Back to the stamps. How long is this? Oh, we're doing good. Okay. I have 2 more things down here, y'all. This is just eggs. And we'll go through that too, I guess. I've got to get something to drink, y'all. Textured stamp. This is really cool. This is a fun little stamp. It's like a crackle stamp. And it's a fun little stamp to have. A barnyard. Where'd that one go? Oh, that's in there. Hold up, y'all. I'm going to consolidate, I think, if I can. I can. Okay. I'm going to consolidate stamps. Horse. A fence. I bought these at a thrift store too, and I'll just show you all of them in there because I'm going to take them out of here, and I will take them out of original packaging if it will help me condense. This is more ink. Let's fill tap because I don't have the bottom. I don't know what happened to the bottom. I could get some cling wrap and put on there, but I'll show you. Those are all ink stamps. So we'll set that over here. Another horse, so that's going to go over here. This is ink. These are stamps. Yeah, I've got another whole thing of stamps in there. Okay, this is what the stamps are in this case right here. And this is one that has Mary, Thanks and Love. And this one has all those. And this one has that. And that's a pretty one. And then that one. And then those. And then these, which I don't use a whole lot. And I don't think I can get those in there. So they're going to have to go back in here. Okay, and then I have all this ink here, and this is VersaCraft or archival ink. And then I do have some for the embossing. That's the VersaCraft. We'll put that in here, and then we're going to put those down in there. We're going to try to consolidate all this into okay. And now I have some new. This is white. That's redesigned with Prima. This is black, redesigned with Prima. And see, these stack. I love this because they stack. I have a lot of stays on. Here's the Versa color. This is great for embossing, y'all. Versa Mark. It's clear, and that's so you can tell. You do that, and then you put the embossing powder, which I think I have some in here. Yeah, this is all stays on. Here's embossing powder. And I have Buku's embossing powder somewhere else. This is embossing powder. This is silver, gold, and like a clear rainbow. But most of mine stays on. And I have all colors of stays on, because that is what it's more stays on. I do have this stuff called Pure Palette, but most of mine, I've got the red, the green, the teal, the blue, the brown, the black, the grays, the purple, the stays on. I don't think that's all gonna, I have this little compartment thing that I have in here, and I do not want to change that up, so Versamark. I have another Versamark. I got 2 of those. And then I have the Versacolor, which you can also use. And then I also have the stays on like this, and then I also have more of the stays on, and I have the Tim Holt Ranger Distress inks. I have several of those down here. I have some archival inks. So I have copper, gold, silver, and yeah, I have a little, I didn't want to do that. I also have the Versamark pen for the embossing. I have 3 of those. I have a black one and 2 white ones. And I keep those over there. This I'm going to keep in here because it's all together. I was trying to get it all. See. Will it fit? No, it won't fit. Well, it would that way. Okay. So let me see if I can get this down a little bit better. This is all ink and just a few little stamps. So if I can get that down. Okay. Oop, let me turn my... It's 11 o'clock, y'all. And I forgot about these, but... Okay, that's trash. Okay. But now, we still have stamps. These are IOD stamps. This is the apothecary stamps. And that's what all those are. It's the labels and the letters and the numbers. These are not cheap stamps. These are, this one I think was $29 for the set. I think, or it may have been $32. And then this one is the newest one out. And this is sort of made for the books. The bookend, which I have not done yet. But these are just really cool stamps. And they don't, you can use them with anything. And there's so many different uses. And this is several stamps. It's not, and they're in their own little envelope. And then I have these are heavy stamps, and I like these. I prefer the IOD stamps and the redesigned with printed stamps over all the ones I've showed you because they're bigger. And when I say I like them because they're bigger, you don't have to use the whole thing, which means you can use part of it on a card, you can use it on a small item, but you can also use it on a big item. So it gives you more versatility. And yes, you pay more. But think about it. If you think about buying 4 stamps for one, and if you had to pay $5 for a cheapo thin thing like that, and yes, I guess they're all different, but I don't know. I love these stamps. This is the wood grain stamp, which I have used, and I absolutely love it. Now this one I have not used yet, but I want to. Look at that. And you better believe I'm going to do on one of those bags. I'm gonna put like posts, like stamps on the edge, and then I'm gonna put all the things, and I'm gonna make it look like there's a letter and postage on it. I think it would be cool. And look at this. Don't you think that would be cool on one side of that tote bag with black ink? That right there. And then I could do the corners and that with that in the center. Oh, see, I think that would be lovely. And then this is a new one I've not used either, and these are, I think, like crock labels. What is this called? This does not have a name to it. That's what they are. Okay, this is, oh my, what is this called? This is redesigned with Prima in this Chateau de Massons? No, I know. I butchered that, but that's what the designs are, and that's what the stamp looks like. And again, this is redesigned with Prima, and this is called Chateau de Saverne. I don't know. And then, oh, yeah, have you ever heard a Southerner try to speak French? Well, you have tonight, y'all. Let's see, these could go on the bags, just like anything else. I think it would make them look really cool. And this one is called Vintage Wallpaper. That's easy, Vintage Wallpaper. And that's what, well, here's a bigger picture of it. And you can use bits and pieces. You don't have to use the whole thing. And this is redesigned with Prima. I've got them both. And this is called The Inspired Words. And it's got that on there. Oh, okay. That's backwards. It's got Home Sweet Home, the little laurel wreaths, choose, kindness, grace, simply blessed, be still, and know. But they're big. They're big. And that's what I like about these stamps. Okay, this is another crockery. Nope, that's not like what I've got. Okay. That's not the same thing. Or maybe it is. Let's see. This is letters. I'm all about the alphabet. Several different. And numbers. See, I'm not. Oh, what is that called? That's Iron Orchid, and that does not tell me what that's called. And here's another Iron Orchid. Boy, this is heavy. This is called Nature's Etchings. It's also got the reusable mask in it. That's what's in there. But they're big. And I haven't opened these yet. And this right here, see, you can put that on one side. That's a map of France. And on one of the totes, you could put that on one side, and then on the other side, you could put all that French lettering, like words, and the postage and stuff. That would be cool. Now, this is a redesign with Prima, and this is called Bohemian Dreamer. And that's what that stamp is. And then this one is redesigned with Prima, handwritten notes. And that's, let me turn it around. And that's what that looks like. And then this is redesigned with Prima, and this is called Monarch Collection. And that's what, but they're big, see? They're big, which allows you to really, you know, I could do like part of the cosmetic bag with some of that, and then go in with a butterfly or a dragonfly or something. The possibilities are endless. Oh, and this right here. Look at the, this is an iron orchid. This is an IOD. Franz? Is that the name of it? Franz? It's those right there. Okay. And then here's another one. Birds and Bees. This is IOD. Oh, see, I could do that with, oh, the purse, the tote bag, or the cosmetic bag. Either one. Zion, is that you? This is another Iron Orchard design, IOD. This is called Adornment. Oh, and you could really, you could use that on so many things right there. This is another Iron Orchid design, and this is called Flora and Vine. Again, oh, this is just lovely right here. Can you see the stamps? See how big they are? I mean, that's a big stamp. They're 12 by 12, I believe. Yep, they keep on coming. And this is called Meadowlark. And this is IOD. Oh, and it's birds and trees and flowers. And it's that right there. This one I have used. And that is the tree mold. It's called Winter Forest. And it's those right there. And I've also used this one. I've used this one many times. Oh no, am I missing? It looks like I'm missing a piece out of there. Okay. This is the birds in the cherry blossoms, I believe. And I don't know what this is called because I don't have the package anymore. That's why I tried to keep them in the package even if I open them. Oh, it's still here. Okay. And this is called Vintage Textures, which I have used. And it's 4 different textures. And they're really cool. And then we have, this is another IOD, and this is called Bohemia. And that is, I'll turn around and let you see the, you can see part of them, you just can't see them all. And then one more, this is called Pretty in Plaid. And it's where it's different plaids. And I'll show you, this is how it looks when you stamp it. You see that bow? You see that pillow? It's done with a stamp, y'all. A stamp. Ah, I think that's the one, Bella. I don't think that one was called Bella, but maybe so. But yeah, okay. That is it. That is my stamp collection. I am missing one thing of it, which has got a bunch of, oh goodness. Oh, I promised that I would show you that embossing thing, right? An hour and 15 minutes. Okay, we'll do this. Because I want you to see how easy it is. So, I'm going to get up from here. This might be... This might give you the best life you've had tonight. I've been sitting on this low-sitting couch. My knees are hurting. Okay, I have to go get water. I have cardstock over here. Okay. I don't have cardstock. So I'm going to have to do it on a regular piece of paper, which is not as good as cardstock, but I can still show you. Go over here to this spray water. I'll get a paper towel. Okay, we have the folder. We have the piece of paper. Okay, it cut me off, and I hope I can add this, but I'm going to have to hurry up, or I think I'm going to run out of time, and I won't be able to add it to the end. I touched my camera, and I shouldn't have. Okay. I'm putting it in where this part right here is, when you feel it, it's indented. It doesn't come out. It goes in. This one comes up. This one goes out. If that makes sense. And I want that to be at the top. Okay. So you got to get something heavy to push on it. And I'm going to stand up and do this so I can put pressure on this. And I am standing up and I am putting pressure on it. Probably not enough. If I had my rolling pin out here, that would be perfect. But I'm going to pick it up and really push on it. And you can't see me. Okay. Let's see if that will work. It did, but you can't see it because it's still wet. Can you see it? I don't think you're going to be able to see it. But it's raised. I can feel it. Maybe not where I wet it. Wait a minute, wait a minute. Let's do it again. Not with it wet. Maybe that was a mistake. I don't want to tell you wrong. Okay, this is dry. We're going to do the dry. No, it didn't do that at all. Okay. I know you can do it because I've done it before. I need my rolling pin. I am just pushing on it like this, using my knee as leverage. Cardstock would have been easier. Yeah, it didn't do anything this time. Now it did a little bit, but no. This did good over here. I want cardstock. Where's my cardstock at? I think this is too fine. Heavy. What is this? This is heavy cardstock. I think that's going to be too heavy. Okay, now I'm going to wet this. I think that's what. I'm going to step on it. If it doesn't emboss with me stepping on it, then it doesn't matter what kind of machine you put it through. I'm trying to just hey, if this is what you gotta do, this is what you gotta do. Although, make sure your shoes are clean. Because mine are not. Look at that. Okay, let's see. Oh, that's crazy. It impressed. You can tell, you can most definitely tell where it impressed the page, but it just barely, and that's me standing on it. My word, seriously? Now I know. Let me try it dry. Let me just try it a small area dry. And I'm standing on it again. And yes, it's going to be dirty right next to it because these shoes have been through the ringer. These are the ones I've had for 3 years. And I mean, they are nasty shoes. But when I clean and stuff, this is what I put on. Nope. Well, poo hiss, y'all. It started to. I know I've done it before, but I've done it with my rolling pin. Should I just go get my rolling pin? Hold on a minute, y'all. I'm going to go get my rolling pin. I'm not ready to give up. For a hammer. I've got a French rolling pin, y'all. It ain't got no handles on it. afraid I'm going to knock something over. Like the tripod going flying across the room with my camera on it. I've got one of those machines downstairs somewhere where you roll it through, but I don't ever use it. I have had to emboss something a couple of times, and I've never brought that machine out. I've always done it this way. And now, because I told you could do this, I can't get it to work. And I don't know why. Because I've done it many times before, but I thought I wet it. I have a memory of wetting it. Okay. Oh, I got some embossing there. I don't know if you can see it though, but oh, you can definitely feel it. Maybe I should do it the other way. I don't know. Stupid, I don't wanna. I'd be beating this downstairs, y'all. Nope, that didn't do any better. Okay, who this? I don't know. I used to get it to work. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Yeah, I'm gonna try this. Oh, this thing's stuck. What in the world? Oh my. I just tore that. It's like they're stuck together. Why? That's horrible. That was a leaf. Well, that's not anything anymore. I thought that was a butterfly, but it's stuck to the thing. That's broke too, so I don't know. That looks weird. I just picked the first ink that I had. It just happened to be red. Not that I meant to do it red. I just wanted to try this. Normally I like to have my hard oh, I've already smeared it because it moved on me, but at least we can see what it's going to look like. And this is not as pretty as I thought it was going to be. I need to wipe that off, but we're going to try these real quick. I'm not doing that in red. What's the next color? Is it brown? Nope, it's green. That's brown. I don't ever rub the ink on. I always apply the ink this way. You do you. I don't think there's any right or wrong way. Some people might try to tell you there is, but just get the ink on there. Whatever works the best for you. Just make sure that you get a good amount of ink on there and get it all over. Yeah, if this is a new ink pad, it wouldn't have taken. This is going to be a weird looking owl. I didn't get enough ink. That is a weird looking owl though. Okay, let's try this. I normally don't do this though. So I normally get it too much on here and too much down and I get a blurry. But this may be almost out of ink, so I've had these for years, y'all. Years. Okay, let's try this again. I'm going to put it in the same place, and it's going to look smeary. And that's okay. I'm just trying to get some kind of idea. These were some that caught my eye as I was going through them, and I thought I'd try. Nope, it's still not picking it up right there. Why is that? Even double inking it. Is it the stamp, I'm wondering? No. So we're going to try it again in a different spot because I don't understand. There's a bunch of ink on this. So and I'm rubbing it down really good right there, so I do not understand why it is not. Nope. Yeah, see? That's so odd. Now the eye showed up a little bit better, maybe the ink's almost gone, but look how much it looks like there's, okay. This is how we'll know. We're going to use a brand new black one. I know it's brand new. It's Resin. It's not going to take much. And this is black, so. We'll put it back over here since it was so light. Yeah, there's ink all over this stamp. So if it doesn't come out, this time it's the stamp, it's not the ink. And this is why I always test on paper before I put it on something important that I don't want to ruin. Woo! Woohoo! It was the ink pad. Look at that. Look at that. Okay, I like that a lot. Now I have to wash that. But I want to try this. We're going to do it on the back side though. Okay. Oh, that's funny. And I should have sanded this. You should always sand very lightly though. But sand your pieces down before you, the ink just grabs a hold better. And I should have wiped this off, but since we're just doing this for practice to see what they look like, it doesn't matter. Oh wow. Okay, let's try the wing. Where would the wing go? Up like that, maybe? Okay. Trying to get some kind of idea before. I see I'm getting ink all over, and I got way too much ink right there. It's going to smear. And it's not going to fit on the page. You see that? And then the other wing. Should go right there, but I'm not going to stamp it, but just to give you some kind of idea. Okay, and I've got to wash all these, so I'm leaving them out. And this one right here, I think I've used this one before. I think I have used this one before. Yeah, it does not take much. If your ink pad is full. And Redesign with Premium's got some good ink pads. I'm getting it all over my hands. This would be cute, stamped and then colored in. And I wouldn't leave the ink on the edges if I was stamping it on something that was important to me, because you're getting ink all over the edges. But that's cute. Alrighty, now that I've made a mess, I'm going to lift this up and hope I don't lose y'all again like I did before. Just to say thank you for watching this, and I hope you see the end of it. If not, then I don't know. I hope you enjoyed it. We will be back in a couple of days doing crafts again. I do want to do this with y'all so you can see. That's going to be a lot of fun. And I've got a couple of other things that are coming in that we will be doing reviews on. And we still have the Bond Crafter bubble remover that we will be doing soon in the next couple of days. So thank you again for watching. Please hit that thumbs up, like button. It's real important to get you out there in the algorithm. And I would love for you to leave a comment. And if you haven't subscribed, I would love for you to do that too. I hope y'all have a fantastic Thursday. And I will see you again real soon. Bye-bye.